Hey guys, Neil here with a new video on the differences between leasing and financing. Being in the industry for over 10 years, one of the questions that keeps on coming back to me is whether it's a better idea to finance or lease when buying a new car. There are a lot of pros and cons when it comes to both options. Figuring out what the best option for your situation could potentially save you a lot of money in the long run. Stick till the end of the video to have a full understanding of the two options. Firstly, when considering leasing or financing, you need to decide if you are a long-term buyer or a short-term buyer. A long-term buyer is someone who purchases a vehicle with the intention of driving it for over 6 years or more. A short-term buyer is someone who switches vehicles every few years, whether because they don't like driving the same car for too long or they don't like long-term repair costs, or even they just like having a new car every few years. It is very important to be honest with yourself as to what kind of buyer you are, as this decision will determine which route you go to. Many people think they will keep their car for a long time only to trade it in after a few years of ownership. When you do this, there's a very high chance you can lose thousands of dollars as you carry on negative equity. Negative equity is when your car loan is worth more than what your car is worth. This is why being honest with yourself can potentially save you thousands of dollars. If you are the type of person to keep a car for a long time, then financing makes a lot more sense than leasing. The main difference between lease and finance is when you finance, you make payments on the total price of the vehicle. Meaning, once you are finished the finance term, you own that car. With leasing, you are making payments on a portion of the vehicle's price, meaning lower payments, but resulting in a buyout at the end of the lease term. You can pay for this buyout in full or give the vehicle back to the dealership and start this process over again. There are a few conditions for leasing that you need to have an understanding of before making your decision. When leasing, you can only drive the vehicle for a certain amount of kilometers per year. If you go over the limit, there are penalties for each kilometer you go over. Also, you need to keep the vehicle in good shape, as the dealership plans to sell it after it returns. If you damage the car, the dealership may charge you for the repairs to get it back into selling condition. With this being said, there are still a ton of benefits for leasing. Not only for the short-term buyers, but people like business owners as well. Business owners are able to write off a portion of their payments. High-end vehicles are also good contenders to be leased, as they have big repair bills out of warranty. High-end cars usually have very fast depreciation, so some people even look at this as their depreciation costs. If you are the type of person who can't stand expensive servicing or repair costs, then leasing could be a good option for you. As mentioned earlier, it all comes down whether or not you are a long-term buyer or a short-term buyer. If you like to keep your vehicle for as long as possible and want to have the lowest cost of ownership, then financing is definitely the route to go. But if you like to switch cars every few years or not worry about repair costs, then leasing might be the better option for you. Thanks for watching our video. I hope I was able to give you a good understanding on the differences between the two. Look forward to more videos in the future. Thanks again.